Hadīth 1. Narrated Abu Hurairah, the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, said, whoever fasted the month of Ramadan out of sincere faith, that is, belief, and hoping for a reward from Allah, then all his past sins will be forgiven, and whoever stood for the prayers in the night of Qadr out of sincere faith and hoping for a reward from Allah, then all his previous sins will be forgiven. Hadīth 2. Narrated Ibn Umar, some men amongst the companions of the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, were shown in their dreams that the night of Qadr was in the last 7 nights of Ramadan. Allah's Messenger, peace and blessings be upon him, said, it seems that all your dreams agree that, the night of Qadr, is in the last 7 nights, and whoever wants to search for it, that is, the night of Qadr, should search in the last 7 nights of Ramadan. Hadīth 3. Narrated Abu Salama, I asked Abu Sa'id, and he was a friend of mine, about the night of Qadr, and he said, we practiced i'tikaf, seclusion in the mosque, in the middle third of the month of Ramadan with the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him. In the morning of the 20th of Ramadan, the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, came and addressed us and said, I was informed of the date of the night of Qadr, but I was caused to forget it, so search for it in the odd nights of the last 10 nights of the month of Ramadan. In the dream, I saw myself prostrating in mud and water, as a sign. So, whoever was in i'tikaf with me should return to it with me, for another 10 days period, and we returned. At that time there was no sign of clouds in the sky, but suddenly a cloud came and it rained till rainwater started leaking through the roof of the mosque which was made of date palm leaf stalks. Then the prayer was established and I saw Allah's Messenger, peace and blessings be upon him, prostrating in mud and water, and I saw the traces of mud on his forehead. Hadīth 4. Narrated Aisha, Allah's Messenger, peace and blessings be upon him, said, search for the night of Qadr in the odd nights of the last 10 days of Ramadan. Hadīth 5. Narrated Abu Sa'id al-Khudri, Allah's Messenger, peace and blessings be upon him, used to practice i'tikaf, in the mosque, in the middle third of Ramadan, and after passing the 20 nights he used to go back to his house on the 21st, and the people who were in i'tikaf with him also used to go back to their houses. Once in Ramadan, in which he practiced i'tikaf, he established the night prayers at the night in which he used to return home, and then he addressed the people and ordered them whatever Allah wished him to order and said, I used to practice i'tikaf for these 10 days, that is, the middle third, but now I intend to stay in i'tikaf for the last 10 days of the month. So whoever was in i'tikaf with me should stay at his place of seclusion. I have verily been shown the date of this night of Qadr, but I have forgotten it. So search for it in the odd nights of the last 10 days of this month. I also saw myself, in the dream, prostrating in mud and water. On the night of the 21st, the sky was covered with clouds and it rained, and the rainwater started leaking through the roof of the mosque at the praying place of the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him. I saw with my own eyes the Prophet, at the completion of the morning prayer, leaving with his face covered with mud and water. Hadīth 6. Narrated Aisha, the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, said, look for the night of Qadr. Hadīth 7. Narrated Aisha, Allah's Messenger, peace and blessings be upon him, used to practice i'tikaf in the last 10 nights of Ramadan and used to say, look for the night of Qadr in the last 10 nights of the month of Ramadan. Hadīth 8. Narrated Ibn Abbas, the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, said, look for the night of Qadr in the last 10 nights of Ramadan, on the night when 9 or 7 or 5 nights remain out of the last 10 nights of Ramadan, that is, 21, 23, 25, respectively. Hadīth 9. Narrated Ibn Abbas, Allah's Messenger, peace and blessings be upon him, said, the night of Qadr is in the last 10 nights of the month, Ramadan, either on the first 9 or in the last, remaining, 7 nights, of Ramadan. Ibn Abbas added, search for it on the 24th, of Ramadan. Hadīth 10. Narrated Ubadah bin As-Samit, the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, came out to inform us about the night of Qadr, but two Muslims were quarreling with each other. So, the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, said, I came out to inform you about the night of Qadr, but such and such persons were quarreling, so the news about it has been taken away, yet that might be for your own good, so search for it on the 29th, 27th and 25th of Ramadan. Hadith 11. Narrated Aisha, with the start of the last 10 days of Ramadan, the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, used to tighten his waist belt, that is, work hard, and used to pray all the night, and used to keep his family awake for the prayers.